the final sequence?
The side out of bounds or the one before?
Yeah, it was out of bounds, the final out of bounds play for Denver.
Yeah, it was a play that we've worked on, gotten in the past, and I think Chet got a piece of the inbounds pass. Pass came up. Aaron was open, but I think Chet's ball pressure and length, I think he wound up getting a deflection. That's the pass that Nikola usually makes in his sleep. But, it shouldn't have come down to that. I mean, our defense tonight was, especially in the second half, was just coming off with such a good game against Brooklyn, and then we gave up 64 in the paint. Gave up 20 in the paint in the fourth quarter. So they scored 33 points in the fourth quarter. 20 of those came in the paint. They shot 59%. We had 4 turnovers in the fourth quarter for 10 points. A couple of those in transition where we've played good defense. We've gotten stops. We're pushing the ball with an advantage. We throw the ball out of bounds. We lose the ball out of bounds. So no conversion. And I think the biggest, most alarming stat tonight was just our inability to guard one-on-one. I think it was we had 24 blow-bys for 37 points. So it was just the point of attack, one-on-one. And Jalen Williams and Shea obviously just they dominated us in that area. And so our one-on-one defense was poor, and our help behind it was poor. And that's unfortunate.
Michael, in OKC, Chet Holmgren's rim protection wasn't that much of a factor tonight. 9 blocks. You guys shot below 50% in the paint. What was it that was sort of different about him tonight, or about the approach to the paint?
Oh, go ask him. He had 9 blocks. He's a shot blocker. He's long. I thought, Aaron had made a great aggressive drive to the rim. He made a hell of a play. I mean, Chet Holmgren's a good player. He's a shot blocker, and he had a great impact tonight. And obviously, so you want to stay aggressive. You want to try to attack that guy. And if it's not there, once you've drawn the help, look for other guys to drop off or to kick out. But I don't know what the difference is for Chet between game 1 and 2, but you have to give him credit tonight. He was 17 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 blocks. That's a hell of a line.
Michael, through 3 quarters, it seemed like you guys did a pretty good job on Shea. I think he had 14 on 15 shots through 3, and then I think he goes 4 for 5 in the fourth. Anything change for you there, or was he just making tough shots?
Well, he's a first-team All-NBA player. I mean, it's tough to keep a guy like that down for 48 minutes. We did that in Game 1 in OKC, and to your point, Vinny, we were doing a pretty good job on him. And then in the fourth quarter, he just found a rhythm. Give him credit, hell of a shot over Peyton, game winner right there. But he gets to the line, he makes plays for his teammates, he rebounds, he does a little bit of everything, and he's just so shifty. Trying to keep him out of the paint is a tall order, But he's talented, man. He's a tough guy to keep down.
I know you'll probably have to watch the film, but what do you think the blow-bys were a product of tonight?
Well, I think, yes, they lead the league or maybe first or second in drives per game. So that's who they are. They're amongst the league leaders, first or second in drive points per game. So it's not like this is something they don't do every night. It's something that they really thrive with. But for me personally, Katie, I thought our discipline sucked. I mean, how many times is a guy going to beat you going to his left hand? When we told you this morning, this guy's a left-hand driver. And how many times are we going to be hugged up and not be in a shrink position, a help position, so I'm not leaving my teammate on an island? It's hard to guard those guys one-on-one. But that's where you need discipline, and that's where you need help behind it. And we had neither tonight. So we'll watch the film, and hopefully we can bounce back and get ready for Dallas in a couple of days.
Michael, you mentioned some of those fourth quarter turnovers that you guys had. How disappointing was that? Because that seemed like really out of characteristic for your group.
Yeah, well, it's true. I think we're one of the best teams in the league in terms of assist-turnover ratio. We average almost 30 assists per night, and the turnovers all year long, knock on wood, have been very low. And we had 9 for 15 tonight, which is a great number in general, but to have 4 for 10 in the fourth quarter is problematic. And we've been a team that's been great at closing out close games for years now. But as I told our players, the reason you lose a game like tonight, it didn't come down to that last side out of bounds that we spoke about, or Shea's shot even. It comes down to wasted possessions. I mean, think about it. 2 minutes to go, we're trying to post up Nikola, and Shea just takes the ball out of her hands. They go down and score. In crunch time, when the game is on the line, you can't have those turnovers. So, yes, disappointing. The only silver lining there, Harrison, is that we've been very good for years in those situations, and this year in particular, we've been really good in terms of taking care of it. So, but if you want to win close games against a quality team, and they are, you have to be a lot better on both ends.
A great OKC team, and especially the way that they've started this year, in terms of measuring stick games, is this another one that you can kind of go back to the chalkboard and be like, hey, that's just a great team over there, or are you guys just trying to win every game on your home floor, no matter what?
Well, no, I mean, I think on one hand, yes, you have to give them credit. I mean, they came in here, and that's our second home loss. So they are a good team. They got a lot of young, talented players that are, kind of growing up. And as we spoke pregame, they're kind of putting the league on notice that, hey, we lost in the play-in last year, but we have much higher goals. So on the one hand, of course, give them credit. But on the other hand, no, I'm not just going to sit here and say, hey, we lost to a good team tonight, it's okay. No, we will never say that. I'm disappointed. That's a game that we should have won. If we execute offensively and take care of the ball and we get a few stops, we win the game. And, we just didn't do enough of those things down the stretch when the game was on the line. And again, it's not just the last play, but we're in transition, we throw it up ahead, and somebody throws the ball to the corner, there's nobody there. We get a breakout, and we have a chance to maybe attack and finish, and we bobble the ball, we lose it out of bounds. So they're just all those little things add up. And again, 64 in the paint is not going to cut it. 30 free throw attempts, we fouled a ton tonight, is not going to cut it. And just a one-on-one containment and help behind it. So this is great. We'll watch film, we'll learn from it, and we'll be better for it.